Hello and welcome, beautiful, loving cosmic beings. It's Eve here, and I'm bringing in some guidance and messages. Keep in mind, it's always timeless. You will find this when it's the right time for you. From the oracle cards, from astrology and numerology, I will put a timestamp below if you want to dive strictly in to see what the oracle card messages are. The numerology is absolutely profound and magical. And so is the astrology. We are really, truly, deeply in the Aquarius season right now. And we're going to be feeling that even more as we go into this new moon, which brings in the Chinese New Year of the wood snake. We've got 3 days all linked into one another here. The 27th, 28th, and 29th of January all have the one vibration with it. And the month of January is a 1, and we're in that 9 year this year, 2025. 9 always reflects back onto the number it's with. So for January, the number is 1. And even when we add 1 to 9, we've got 10, which reduces to a 1. So here on the 27th of January, we have 199. That all reduces to a 1. On the 28th of January, 2 and 8 is 10. We've got a 10-10 energy, or 1-1. On the 29th, 2 and 9 is 11. In January, we've got the 1-1-1 energy. It's building. It's actually linked in. So from the 27th, we have the individual 1 with 9 energy present. On the 28th, we've got the double 1, or the 10-10. And on the 29th, we have the triple 1. 1-1-1. So this is an energy that's moving very quickly forward. And then for the month of February, which is 2, when we add that to the universal year of 9, we have 11. So we're going to exit January, hit February 1st, and we're going to have another 1-1-1 day here. This week is incredibly powerful. The one vibration asks you to be in alignment with self. 1 is the only number that's up and down, right? It's a straight, very clear number. So above, so below. From matter to non-matter. From visible to invisible. From sacred to material. It's that energy that connects all that is together. It is the energy of magic. 1 is also the energy of newness and independence and being your own authentic, sovereign being. It's about following your individual path when you are in alignment with your truth. Because when you are on your path in alignment with your truth, you are in alignment with the divine. It is that clear cut, and this is the energy that we've all been working with and feeling and moving through all of January. We're going to be immersed in it all of February as well. The energy of the magician is present. The energy of the justice card is present. So the magician means you carry your own magic. When you are in alignment with your authentic self and your soul's mission, there is nothing that you cannot manifest. We have problems manifesting when we're not in alignment with our soul's mission, or when we're not in alignment with our truth. And many times it's because we're not clear-headed. We're still feeling a little bit lost or unclear. We're still on a journey of self-identity, and that's okay. Stay on that journey if that's what you're on right now, because that's going to bring you to your authentic truth and your authentic path. And the closer you are to that path, the clearer the energy of manifestation then becomes. All right, that's the energy of the magician. Now the justice energy, which we're going to enter here on the 29th, it's going to be present here on the 29th of January in the new moon in Aquarius. And then all of February is giving us a couple different messages. 1, seek balance in all things. Justice is the scales of balance. Justice is also the divine goddess, Egyptian goddess Ma'at, the goddess of justice, where the scales of balance must be evened out. So whatever has been meant for you that got delayed, was interfered with, you weren't ready for, this year and next, so 2025, 2026, and even 2027, you are going to come in alignment with everything that is meant for you. It's going to come in for you. This is the very first big window, though, where it could come in now. This doesn't have to be, oh gosh, Eve, is it not going to be until 2026 or even the beginning of 2027? Everyone's individual path is just that. It's yours. You get to also play a role in the timing of this. If you feel really, truly ready for something, call it in, sit back, and don't give it any more attention. Let it be, and just know it's going to come to you. If, however, some part of you doesn't feel ready, acknowledge that. Be with that. Be where you are right now. What I love about that 111 energy is it's bringing the light back to you. It's saying don't focus on everybody else. Focus on yourself. What do you need most right now to grow, to feel more joyful, to feel more abundant, to feel more in alignment with who you are? This is the totality of the energy I wanted to talk about today. So I don't know that we're going to spend a lot of time on the oracle cards because I'm just channeling this information for you right now. This is a tremendous week. And, the 29th is when we have the new moon in Aquarius. It's happening at 9 degrees. The moon and the sun will be at 9 degrees of Aquarius in alignment with the 9 energy of this year and the 9 energy that we start here on Monday, right? So 9 always reflects on the number it's next to. So when we have a day like the 29th where it's a 111, yet the planets are lined up at 9 degrees, it's telling us that this is about our destiny. Your fate, your destiny cannot be avoided. Nothing is going to move you away from it now because the numerology and the astrology is so in alignment right now. It's profound. There is nothing you're going to do that is going to take you off path, okay? I mean, you would have to really, really try hard to push yourself off path. And I'll tell you, if you try to do that, it is not going to feel good at all, okay? So follow what feels right to you. Now, leading up to this, we've got Mercury entering Aquarius here on the evening of the 27th of January, and it's going to conjunct Pluto and the moon on the 28th. So we're going to have the moon conjunct Mercury and Pluto, all three of those together on the 28th at almost 2 degrees, but they're still at the 1 degree. So we've got that 9 energy and we've got that 1 energy within the degrees of the planets. This alignment it's spectacular. I have no words for it. And this is a line up with Pluto. The moon and Mercury are lining up with Pluto. We already had the sun conjunction with Pluto on the 21st of January. So you may want to go back to a week ago on Monday the 20th and the 21st, see how you felt, what was going on in your life, because that was the Sun-Pluto conjunction. That was the very first big planet this year that conjoined Pluto, okay? And the Sun conjoining Pluto is a very big one. For this new moon, we've got now the moon and Mercury conjoining Pluto. And that means our emotional body is going through a profound transmutation, and as well as our mental body. See, the sun going through it first meant that we were going through a shift within our identity. We could feel an identity shift occurring where we were coming into more understanding of who we are and what we want. However, until we reach the energy coming in on the 28th and 29th, the fullness of what this means for us has not arrived, because on the 28th and 29th, we now have the moon, Mercury, Pluto, and the sun all touching each other. And so the fullness of this is going to come in for each and every one of us. And I mean the clarity. We're going to be getting a lot of clarity and guidance on what this energy means. Now, keeping in mind, this is a new beginning. It's a new moon. It's the entrance to the Chinese New Year. We've got that one energy all over the place. We've got the energy of new, reiterated to us. Give it time. Explore it. Don't expect something to show up overnight. Yet for some of you, you could have some instant awakenings. However, it's going to take you time to integrate those deep realizations or awakenings that come in for you. And when Pluto is at the center of this, in Aquarius, it's saying, let go of anything that is not going to be good for you on your cosmic journey. Because Aquarius is the great star bearer. It bears the jug of the ethers, or the jug of water. Aquarius carries the stars, if you will. It's what connects us to our cosmic families, to our soul ancestry. And this is where we are coming into alignment in this year of 2025 with, all right? So it's a beautiful week. We also have the Sun trine Jupiter on the 30th as we enter the Chinese New Year on midnight of that night. And the wood snake, again, the snake follows that number 9 energy, right? Because snake is always transmuting and molting. Snake medicine is very, very powerful. It's the medicine of fire. It's the ability to completely molt, transform, let go of the old. The snake and the lizards too, they come out of the old skin and they create a new one. That is called transmutation. So the energy of transmutation is exactly what we are all going through in this year of 2025. The snake medicine, then, it's powerful. It asks you to dive deep. Don't shy away from things that scare you. Dive deep. Are you going to feed your need to be a spiritual being on this planet? Or are you going to feed your humanness only, which can get trapped in the controlling mechanisms of our environment and society? So snake medicine is giving us all an opportunity, along with the Aquarius energy, to indeed transform. But think about the snake. When it molts out of the old skin, its new skin is beautiful, and it's always better than the skin it left behind. And so that's ultimately the message we're being given. Wherever we're going, it's a better version of who we've walked away from, or it's a better relationship or situation than what we are walking away from here. Now, I love it that it's a wood. The element is wood, because wood is highly creative, very imaginative, enthusiastic, optimistic. Wood is giving snake, which is fire energy. In Native American medicine, snake represents the element of fire. In Chinese astrology, the snake medicine is ruled by the sign of Taurus, which is perseverance, due diligence, charm, but it can also be very stubborn and obstinate, right, when you think of Taurus. But not snake medicine. I wouldn't apply it to that Taurus energy. I feel like snake medicine embodies more of the Tauran ability to persevere and have innate strength and courage. And Taurus energy is very, very creative, and it rules the divine feminine. So we've got that divine feminine energy here. In Native American medicine, the snake is the fire element. And so when we apply the wood energy from the Chinese, wood and fire blend beautifully together, right? So this is going to work out very, very beautifully. And then what is the other thing I wanted to say? Yes, we also have Venus starting its pre-shadow. Venus will be going retrograde on March 1st through April 12th, I believe, from Pisces, from Aries, early Aries, from about 10 degrees Aries, back to 24, 25 degrees of Pisces. It's going back and forth across water and fire. And we've now, this week, we're entering the pre-shadow of Venus. And then coming on the 1st of February, we have a huge day, another 111 day. We're going to have the moon, Venus, and Neptune, and the North Node in Pisces all line up. This is beautiful. So the energies I'm getting here right now, we've got that Aquarius, which is very air energy. We've got all this Piscean energy, very watery. We have the snake medicine, which you can take as either Taurus, which is earth, with the wood as well, earthy, or you can apply the Native American fire element to it. So we do have all of the elements here, earth, fire, water, and air. Just knowing that there's a focus, there's going to be a focus here on that Aquarius Piscean energy. It's really quite beautiful. So there's all the astrology and the numerology. So let's dive in to what is this Chinese New Year bringing in? What's the guidance? Because we're going to be feeling these cosmic waves coming in. And when we have all of this numerology lined up with all of the astrology, it means there's a giant light gateway that is open for us. And so I wanted to ask from which deck is it? My light activation deck. What is it that's activating or opening up for all of us? What is the portal of energy? And the first card we have is third eye activation. All of us are going to get a further third eye activation. We're going to be feeling a lot of energy. The third eye goes all the way from between the brows all the way up. All right. I see it for me. I literally feel it across my entire forehead. I, however, have a very, very large third eye. And what you're going to do is you'll probably feel your forehead getting really warm. You could feel tingles. You could just feel like there's energy just coming out of your third eye, which is usually what I feel. My third eye tends to go out kind of like a Neanderthal. That's the best way I can describe it. But I can feel it when it's very, very active. And I get tingles a lot as well. So this is just guiding you to know if you're having the sensation that it's your third eye that's either being activated for the first time, if you're in the process of awakening, or if you're further along in your awakening journey, there's a higher level awakening happening within your third eye. You're receiving more and more codes of light and codes of activation. So this is about inner vision, and it's about clear seeing. You're going to be able to see things far out in the distance and far out in the horizon. You're going to have the sight, is what I'm being told. You're going to see things and feel them before they happen. You might even get a visual. You could be clairvoyant. You could end up being clairvoyant, where you get visuals of things before they happen. Do not let that scare you. Okay, so the third eye activation that we're all getting is so that we can all be more in tune with the higher dimensional cosmic energies that are circling and indeed grounding on planet Earth. All right, and the other message I'm getting from this is we're going to be more telepathic. Our telepathic centers are going to be opening, and we're going to be able to hear our guides, see them clairvoyantly, feel them. We could hear people we love, our friends. We're going to start hearing messages. So the clairvoyance and the clairaudience, I feel, are going to probably be happening in tandem. Now, the second message of activation here is the Thoth light codes. Now, Thoth was an Egyptian god. He was the great scribe of the Egyptians. He's the scribe that kept their libraries filled with information and knowledge. So he wrote all of the wisdom and the knowledge down for the Egyptians. Thoth was also connected to the great Atlanteans. He was one of the big masters that guided guided Atlantis during its height into teaching and learning through love. So Thoth's message is about teaching and learning through the energy of love. Very beautiful message. So let me read this card. It's about you're getting a light initiation. Great teacher, awakening, and divine magic. So Thoth, as the scribe, was also the great magician of the Egyptian world. And he knew exactly how to work with magic. He was a great and is a great alchemist, okay? He was also, he worked with light initiations. So just as we're getting third eye activations here in this time, we're also getting activated by light. And so what do I mean by that? Well, the cosmic waves coming in this whole week, throughout this last week of January, first week of February, we're getting huge cosmic waves. These are light activations, and they are activating each of us to bring out the teacher and the student within. So whatever you suddenly feel like you need to study, you're going to go study it. If you feel like, oh my gosh, I'm now ready to become a teacher in some form, then you're going to teach. Thoth was involved with the whole system of education, if you will, in those times. However, the education was based on spiritual knowledge and wisdom. So that is a beautiful, beautiful message. Call on Thoth to help guide you through these light initiations and how to live, learn, and teach through love. All right. So then I asked on the Starseed Oracle, how are we going to do this? What beautiful star seeds are coming in to help us with these energies of light codes and third eye activation? And I got the blue beings. So the blue beings work with Archangel Michael and the legions of light. The blue beings work with the blue flame of source. They bring in spontaneous awakening. So you know what? This window of time we're in, this energetic portal, if you will, it is awakening every soul that is ready on this planet. And some of you are going to have some spontaneous awakenings or spontaneous actualizations or realizations. There's an activation that's happening for you here, but you're going to need time to integrate it. So do not force yourself through anything. Give yourself whatever downtime you need. Whenever I feel these cosmic waves, I rest. I'm not very active. I meditate. Today I did an hour and 20-minute meditation. I journal. I'm in a very internal energy. You want to be very, very grounded at the same time though. Now call on the blue flame, because that is going to help you through the light initiations and the light activations that are happening here. Now, with all of these energies, we've got Pluto here, right? And in order to awaken the initiate within, to awaken all of your gifts that you've been carrying from lifetime to lifetime. Because think about that, Thoth is here to activate your soul consciousness, your soul blueprint, while your third eye is also being expanded, if you will. Whatever gifts you've had as a soul in the cosmos, some of these gifts are now having access to who you are here on planet Earth. And so the blue flame is going to help bring that energy in order to fully bring this energy in though and have access to all of these beautiful gifts that your soul has. You need to remove anything that is holding you down. So anything that you would consider baggage, for example, mental baggage, emotional baggage, belief system baggage, these are things you're going to need to release, because who and what you are, your complete total truth, may have little or nothing to do with the baggage you carry. Okay? It could have something to do with it. There could be some reference point here, or there may be none at all. All right? So practice your spiritual pathway, because that's going to bring this in a very fluid way. I'm being told you have to be fluid through this. You can't force or press. You can't force anything. You can't try to control it. You must surrender to it and go with the flow. That also means don't resist it either. So don't force it, but don't resist it. Simply take it one day at a time. The uncharted sea. We're going into the unknown. And what I'm being told with the uncharted sea is it's time for you to release your fear of the unknown. It's time for you to release the fear that you can't let go of your control patterns. Because if you completely release them, you go into the unknown, you're going to be a ship without a sail. That's a fear that people have. We have our control patterns because then we know what we're doing and we know how to face something that's coming in. The uncharted sea, though, is saying, you've got to surrender now. Let go of the knowing. Let go of the controlling. Allow what is truly meant for you to come in. A ship is waiting for you. You're going somewhere, but that somewhere has not been mapped out for you yet. You have got to learn how to trust in your soul, how to trust in the divine, in your soul family, because they are all around you. They are your guides. The blue flame beings, Thoth, who's an ascended master, they are your guides on this journey. You're not sailing this ship alone, not at all. Even the wind and the water is guiding you. And where are you going? You're waking the lion. You're waking the lion. The lion is your heart. It's the core of your heart. It's the golden energy that you contain. It's your golden consciousness. You're waking the lion, which is your personal authenticity. It's your ability to be courageous no matter what. It's your ability to be bold. Your ability to stand in your truth and push back when you need to. And also standing in your truth can be recognizing that, no, I don't need to push back at all. I just need to listen. Sometimes being brave doesn't mean you have to say anything at all. Being brave can mean different things in different situations. What I'm getting here is what we're all being awakened to is our inner courage. It's our bravery. And we're going to need that to go into uncharted waters, right? So the last cards I pulled were, what are the messages from the tarot and the medicine cards? What is the theme of this new moon in Aquarius and the Chinese New Year? I got the Hanged Man. That's Pisces. Okay. The Hanged Man is your ability to stand absolutely in stillness, to be in the mode of absolute inner quiet stillness and peace, to not be attached to the past or the present. Not be attached to the past or the future, or you know what, even the present. The Hanged Man, I love this card. The Hanged Man sits upside down, stands upside down in a crystal pendant. In absolute stillness, there's no attachment to anything. In that place, what you need will come to you. See how he has the golden light around his head? Infinite wisdom comes to the Hanged Man or woman when you're in that space. And also the Hanged Man is an opportunity to look at things from different directions, to seek a wider view. Okay? When you seek a wider view, you're going to see something that was not available to you until you did that. All right? That's a beautiful energy, and it's an energy of expansion. And we also have the Master of Chalices, which is the King of Cups. Wow. I love this energy. We're getting a lot of water energy here, right? So the King of Cups is all the water signs, but it's specifically, I believe, Scorpio. It's all the water signs, though, Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. The Master of Chalices, or the King of Cups, is one who has mastered their emotional body. They love their emotional body, but they don't let it rule them. They have emotional intelligence. So through the Hanged Man, we are coming to the place of deep, profound emotional understanding of our being. And we're also coming to a place of emotional intelligence, which means we know how to use our emotions. And the last card is the Strength card. We've got a lot of lions here today, a lot of fire energy. So I hope I have people watching that have got Leo in their chart, because that Leo energy is quite prolific here, okay? Lion, the Strength card. Strength. Again, we're back to the energy of boldness, right? Beautiful. We're back to the energy of boldness. Boldness, courage, and I love it because in the Strength card, the energy of the tiger or the lion is flowing with the sacred feminine. It's interesting how in different decks, the Strength card can be with a woman, or it can be with a man. In this deck, it's with a woman. And I'm seeing, instead of the lion's energy, I'm getting more the tiger here, which is associated a little bit more with the sacred feminine. So in this deck, what we're moving into is the strength of our sacred feminine, the courage that lies within that body of beingness that we all carry, because we both contain the sacred feminine and the sacred masculine. Beautiful energies. And lastly, wow, okay, we got it again. Turkey medicine, I think, is going to be with us all of 2025. It came out the last reading I did. Turkey medicine. It's the medicine of spirit. Turkey is the medicine of self-love, unconditional love, self-sacrifice, but it's only about self-sacrificing when it's the right thing to do. When you're maybe sacrificing a little bit of your time or your needs because it's going to be very, very helpful for someone else or a situation. Again, with turkey medicine, though, it's always knowing that you want to give. Turkey's a medicine of giving. You want to be a giver from a cup that is full, or at least half full going to full. You don't want to give from an empty cup. And that one, you want to give from a place where it's not going to deplete you. So if you are sacrificing something, it's something that you're willing to sacrifice. It's going to matter far more what you're giving than what it is You are sacrificing, all right? I wanted to find the right words for this. So turkey medicine is really saying this is going to be divine. You're the divine giver here. So what you're giving is going to be something that's very, very needed, even if that means it's going to take time away from your schedule. It could mean that you're giving money away, you're giving time, you're giving energy, you're giving stuff, whatever it is, but you're doing it because you're going to make something so much better through that energy. I'm just getting the energy of the giver profoundly. And then we've got skunk medicine. Wow. Okay, now that's a big one. Number 7. Skunk medicine is self-respect. Walk your talk. So when we're looking at skunk medicine, skunk is saying you've got to have very strong boundaries, which the tiger and the lion represent as well, very strong boundaries. And think about that, skunk coming in next to turkey. That's pretty cool, because you want to give from a place of feeling deep self-love and deep self-respect and knowing where your boundaries lie. And you give only to the things that really matter to you. Skunk medicine is very clear with its energy. Think about this. Skunk raises its tail and lets out that odor when it wants to repel. It also apparently has a different odor when it wants to attract. So skunk medicine is the energy of using your scent, if you will, to attract and to repel. But you have to be very clear on what it is you want to attract and what it is you don't want in your life. So the energy of boundaries and really walking your talk and respect is very, very strong here. Be respectful of yourself every day, and it will be a lot easier to give respect to others. Okay? So those are our messages for all of these beautiful energies coming in. And I'm going to do another video here that I'll post in a few days, because with Venus entering the pre-shadow, I wanted to do a very specific video just on our love life. Whether you're single, in a relationship, not sure if you're in a relationship or not, it's about what are the messages for your heart, for your love light. That's what I'm going to focus on. All right, sending everyone so much love.